Hey guys, this is Jeremy. Today I'm going to do some things a little bit different. Instead of doing reptiles, I am going to focus on bees today. My dad has 2 beehive colonies, and we're going to open it up and take a look at them from the inside. So hopefully we can learn more about them and see the cool hives. Okay guys, shortly I'll show you the hives. But I just wanted to show you what the bees come in. This is the container when you order bees. It comes packed with bees. I think this was a 4-pound worth of bees. And this can that actually fits in this hole, but the wood's kind of dried up, so it doesn't fit anymore. It's filled with sugar water, and it seals the bees in the hole. And when you get them, you have to remove the can slightly, and there's this little box that you have to pull out. And in this box is the queen. And there's cotton that they stuff the queen in there with. You have to take the cotton out and put a marshmallow in there. That way, when you put this in your hive, the bees will want to go towards the queen. And when they find the queen, they'll eat the marshmallow and release the queen. It's very, very important that you do that in your hive. You don't want to remove the marshmallow, or remove the cotton and the queen fly off, because there goes your expensive queen. So she's very important to the hive. Without her, the colony dies within 30 days. So once you have her in the hive, then you can remove this in your hive. They'll spend a couple days in there kind of getting used to their new hive, and then they'll come out and start working on their hive. Here is a pound of honey. Or to make 1 pound of honey, one little bee would have to fly the distance of around the earth 3 times to make this. So it takes quite a bit to make honey, but the bees work as a colony to produce this. And it's awesome, it's pure sugar, and it won't go bad for like ever. It's kind of cool. Here's a quick picture of honeycomb, and this is from a hive that the bees have all left from, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of dark. They've removed all the honey out of it, and they flew off and left. Now I just want to talk about how the bee population all around the world is slowly in decline. They've looked at several possibilities of what could be causing it. Some say it could be cell phones and things like that, but they've really pinpointed a disorder to bees, which is called colony collapse disorder or something like that. Okay, so colony collapse disorder is caused by a fungus and a virus. Separately, the bees can be fine with the fungus, but as soon as they get the virus, it has been proven to be lethal to the entire colony. If they have the virus and don't have the fungus, they can survive just fine, but as soon as they get the fungus, it kills them off. So it's some sort of a compound disorder that's affecting them, and when it happens, the entire colony dies. In the last few years, the US has predicted that about 1/4 of all bee populations here in the United States have vanished. In other parts of the world, such as Europe, it has been predicted about 50%. So the problem's really huge. Without our bees, plants don't get pollinated, we don't get fruit, we won't get a lot of the nice vegetables that we get. So they're very important to our sustainable life. Okay, it's opening. So bees originally evolved from wasps. And anybody that knows anything about wasps, they're mean. They really have no purpose other than to eat other bugs. Wasps generally don't produce honey. There are some forms of wasps that produce honey, but the vast majority do not. Bees, they think, started feeding off the plants because of the insects they were eating at the time, were usually beetles and flies and things like that that did eat off of flowers and the pollen. And so they kind of got a taste for it and the rich sugars that were from pollen and that they're able to make. And so they started producing honey and strictly only living off of flowers. Now, how bees produce honey is they regurgitate the pollen that they eat. And it's through a process of regurgitating over and over again that to a certain point it becomes kind of a honey-like texture. But it has too much moisture in it, or fluttering their wings while they're in there, which is causing an increase in evaporation on the honey, and it becomes dehydrated almost. So it's a natural preservative that they're doing by removing all the moisture from it. Hope you enjoyed seeing some of the bees, and yeah, it's kind of fun. Kind of nerve-wracking. I don't like being this close to bees. But the suit does work. Worked pretty great. I'm not sure the exact morph of Rue. But she's awesome. She has the tail, full grown. I love her. Let me zoom in.